Hi guys. If you haven't been here to my channel before, my name is Claire. Thank you so much for watching. The topic of the video tonight is plant death. I really sadly lost my 2 Chinese money plants this week to what I now am pretty sure was a bacterial infection. So let's start at the very beginning. I have 2 Chinese money plants. 1 mother plant and 1 was one of the babies that I propagated from it probably about a year ago. And the mother plant itself was actually starting to put out new pups, new babies coming through. So they were both doing really well, both thriving. And we've recently moved house. So we had to obviously transport all the plants together, put them in boxes. And the baby Chinese money plant lost a leaf in the journey. I don't really know how, whether it got knocked by another plant or whether it was just feeling a bit fragile anyway and it lost it. Either way, we lost the head of one of the leaves, but not the stalk. The stalk was still intact. And then when we got them here, I put both Chinese money plants on my living room window, along with a couple of others as well, but the 2 Chinese money plants were together. And I was fully prepared for some, if not all of my plants to go into shock following the move. Some of them are still bouncing back, it's taking their time. But the Chinese money plant that lost a leaf, I was particularly concerned about because obviously it's an open wound on the plant. They were both looking all right. They were still growing very slowly. But then I noticed that they were starting to develop this sort of like black spot on the leaf. And then some of the bigger leaves especially were starting to get bigger splotches. So at first I thought maybe it was a fungus infection, so I got some neem oil and I was treating them every time I watered them, but they just didn't seem to be getting any better. So then I did a bit of research and I watched a video from Plant Me Ashley about bacterial infections. And she explained the difference and I suddenly started panicking, thinking that's probably what this is. So I took all of the other plants off the windowsill. I left the Chinese money plant baby here and I took my mother plant into the kitchen and isolated that there. And with the Chinese money plant mum, I cut off the leaves that were looking particularly bad just to see if I could maybe contain the infection. And basically it just went from bad to worse. So they started looking pretty sad and then the edges of the leaves started to just turned mulchy. They were black and wet, and yeah, just every day there was a new leaf with a new spot or a new problem. So that made me really sad. So on Sunday I took the decision that it was time to let them go, and I am not ashamed to say that I had a cry about it. Just before I was putting them in the bin, I said, I'm sorry I couldn't do more to save you. So they've both gone now. I am hoping that I will eventually get another Chinese money plant because I found them really, really finicky at the beginning. They didn't like me. And once I kind of got the hang of them, they were just doing so well and they were having these huge, huge leaves. So I would desperately like another one at some point soon. I'm also really concerned that maybe a couple of my other plants may potentially have the disease. I'm not sure. My Monstera adansonii is looking a little spotty. I'll link that in here. So I'm not sure. Let me know if you think it is or it isn't. I also have a cordyline plant which has just got these big white spots on it, and I don't know if it's a sunburn or whether it's something a bit more sinister. So I'll have to just keep an eye on them, I guess. I'm hoping that I caught it in time that not all of my plants are infected and that they all pass away. Because once you have a bacterial infection, there's nothing you can do. Anyway, the second half of this video, what I thought I would talk about is some of the plants that I have killed or unfortunately have divided my care over the years. Especially at the beginning when I was still working out what on earth to do with houseplants. I think this is quite true for most new plant parents, is that you do certain things and you just don't have a clue. Oh, my cat's just joined. There's Gus. Hi, Gus. Hey, where have you been? I actually ended up killing a couple of plants that I think most people would be completely baffled by because they are the ones that are supposedly unkillable. So plant number 1 that I killed was a spider plant. So I don't know at all why this one died. I think it was just because I didn't know what I was doing. It was one of the first ones I got. I think I overwatered it, then panicked and underwatered it. I don't know whether the inconsistencies in my watering schedule also had a part in it. but it just started going like really brown, really sad. So I then repotted it in the hope that that might help. I cut off all of the bits that were looking particularly awful, and it just died. I just had to kind of give in and admit that I'd messed it up. So I've since got 2 more spider plants, one from a friend who propagated a baby for me, and one is like a full plant that was a housewarming gift for here, and they're both doing a lot better. So I'm hoping that I have passed the spider plant issue. The second house plant that I killed was a Calathea medallion, which I actually bought from Lidl, really super cheap. It came in this really cute little jute woven basket, and it was super healthy. It had a beautiful purple underside to the leaf. And then the leaves just started fading slightly in terms of their markings. So I thought that maybe it just needed to be a little bit closer to the light source. So I moved it onto a windowsill, and then I think it got sunburnt because it just went brown, like brown, crispy, floppy, bit by bit, leaf by leaf. There was literally nothing I could do to save any of them. I tried cutting off some of the ones that were like towards the bottom, and it just got worse. So that one died. Yeah, that was really sad. And I haven't had another one since. I really love Calatheas. I think they're beautiful. I love their markings. I love how different they all are, but I'm just a bit nervous. So maybe I should like bite the bullet and just get some more. Maybe soon. Third plant that I killed was a Polkadot plant. So I bought 2 in a pair that were really bushy, really full. They were white speckled, and one of them just died. I don't know whether maybe it had something wrong with it before it came to me. I'm not sure, but it just died in my care. The other one actually isn't doing particularly well either. I'll just show you a little video of it here. But it got really leggy, so I tried to propagate it. The propagation hasn't gone great. They're looking a bit like wilted and sad. The plant is still leggy. It's also producing like a humongous amount of roots. I've repotted it like 3 times this summer, and they just keep coming out of the bottom of the pot like in droves. So I don't really know what I'm doing with that one. If anybody has any tips or tricks about it, then please let me know. I'm finding this one just really dramatic. So I don't really know what to do, but hey ho. So yeah, that was the third one I killed, and now I don't have a pair. I don't even know if I have really one that's going to survive much past the summer. We'll see. Any help would be really appreciated. I think that might be it. Oh no, plant number 4. I don't know if I killed a succulent. I guess you could kind of say I did. I just didn't know what I was doing. It was the first ever plant I got given. It grew really fast and really well, but then I didn't know how to repot it. I didn't really know what to do with it. It was just getting really leggy and out of hand. So I gave up on it and put it away. And I feel really bad now because I would never ever do that anymore, knowing what I know. But I was so green, no pun intended, that I just didn't know what I was doing with it. So the poor little thing ended up in the compost, and it was really healthy. It was just me being useless. That's the cat just jumping on my support. I've got cat hair. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please like, comment, subscribe. It all helps. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I think it's always nice to know that there are plant failures as well as beautiful, gorgeous growing plants, because it is all a learning process. So let me know if you found this helpful. Thanks guys. See you on the next one. Bye.